Yo, good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to Mastering the Laws of Attraction. I'm your host, Coach Renz, and today I want to give you a brief understanding of some of the Hermetic laws as well as the Gnostic information that you need to know in order to move forward in life. I'm going to use the current company that I have in popcorn and how to demonstrate this. Here's one of the things I want you to understand. First is the law of gender. The law of gender says that in everything that there is male and female. If you want to create something, that there is male energy and female energy. And it's the combination of male and female energy is needed in order for combustion, for creation to happen, in order for transformation to happen. Transformation is merely changing one item from a status or a situation from one thing to another. Transform, change the form of what it is that you are or you're doing, or how your life is moving. Now the thing about popcorn is that it starts out as a seed. As a seed. Now this seed can become popcorn, or you can plant it in the ground and it can become a farm of corn producing ears. So you determine first what is it that you want to create so that you'll know what polarity scale you're dealing with. Am I dealing with the polarity scale of creating crops on a farm, or am I dealing with the polarity scale of creating popcorn, as you see that's popping out here? This transforms into that because this was my purpose for it. Now, how does that happen? Now the seed is considered the female. The oil would be the male. I can place the seed in the oil, but placing the seed in the oil does nothing. I can leave it there for days, years, months, and it won't change. It is not until heat is applied. Heat would be the law of vibration, speeding up, moving faster. If it's hot, then the oil heats up, changes into a liquid. Place the seed in the liquid causes the internal portions of the corn to combust and explode and become popcorn. Now, the thing about it, when it becomes popcorn, it's changed. It has transformed into something different than it was originally, and now it is something that you can do other things with. You can transform it again. But first you got to go through that first process. So if you want to have something in your life to change, you want to create something, then first determine what's the environment, what's the polarity scale that you are moving up on, what's the rhythm of it. How do we then look at male and female as far as that transformation occurring, and what is our end result that we're looking for? How do we get that mental image? That's what the law of mentalism is knowing what it is you want to create, how you want to create it. Because without knowing that, without having that understanding, then you will never be able to then decide the law of cause and effect of how you want to implement that law. What are the causal factors that you're going to take? You see, I take this oil, being the male, apply it to the law of vibration. Then I take the seed, being the female, apply that with the masculine, combining it together in the law of vibration, and it will create the transformation. Much like if you wanted to have a child, you must have the sperm and the egg and then the right environment of the uterus in order to create. I know we can do a lot with science, but we're using with basic laws of nature. We can do a lot, and that creates in our lives. So if you want to create a better business, you want to create better relationships, you need the law of gender first, male and female. The Taoist says that be as strong as be aware of the strength of a male and the kindness of the female. It also tells us that that to understand yourself, to understand others is knowledge, but to understand yourself is wisdom. So know who you are and your male and female energy, so that when you move forward to create something, you have it in your mind and you decide to create, then you know who you are and how to apply your energies in the law of cause and effect, so that you can raise your vibrational pattern to match the desired goal, desired outcome. Now, the other end of that, so you want to have great relationships, you want to have business, you want to change and transform your life. That type of wisdom of knowing yourself is what will move you in that direction. There's another thing that the Taoist teaches. The Taoist says that a scholar encounters wisdom and immediately starts to implement it into his life. The mediate and the moderate, the intermediate, encounters wisdom and takes in some but loses the rest. Whereas the base turns wisdom into the profane, turns wisdom into disgust, turns wisdom into conflict and fight, and takes in zero wisdom. Decide where are you? Are you the scholar? Are you intermediate? Or are you the base? If you are the scholar, then start implementing the law of cause and effect, the law of polarity, the law of rhythm, the law of mentalism, so that you can begin to create the law of gender, most importantly, so that you understand that in your creation you must have the male and female, right? And this goes beyond, this is in the spirit, because when we begin to live based on the spirit and not of the flesh, not living based on color of skin, I am male, curly of hair, straight hair, where those things don't matter. What matters is the purity and knowledge and wisdom of the flesh, of the spirit, that will enable you to become the greatest version of yourself and work with the Creator in co-creating all things that exist around you and that are in your life. You will detach yourself from the things that you find that you hold possession to and realize that there is a greater life for you to live. See, that type of wisdom, that type of ability to transform yourself, your life, will then bring about in your life all the things that you would want to have in your life, the way you would want to live your life. Even your perspective of how you live will transform into the point where it's overflowing, where there is more than enough for all that's around you. This is the mindset that we must have, and this is the mindset that our world must have in order to know who we are. Too many times we find conflict in trying to determine who's right, who's wrong, who's better than the other person, racial superiority, religious superiority, doctrine superiority, financial superiority. None of these things are superior to the other. The only thing that there is the knowledge of self, that you and the Creator are connected, as we are all connected. We are all the sons and daughters of the Creator, and we are all one with the Creator. Once we come to that understanding, then we will be able to live without law, without having to force people to understand goodness, force people to do the right thing, force people to live in a way that is in line with the Creator and with our basic spiritual nature and not our fleshly nature. So I hope that you understand the law of cause and effect a little bit better, that you must have male and female, you must have the seed, and you must add higher vibrational patterns to it in the same way that we do popcorn. I can just have the seed and it becomes nothing alone. I can have the oil, it becomes nothing alone. Even the kettle being hot with heat, faster vibration, with nothing in it, it becomes nothing. So think about that in every aspect of your business, every aspect of your relationship, and know that you must be patient. You have to wait for all three to come together and then combust as one. If you're not patient, then you will not see these things happen in your life. So patience is a virtue. Patience is godliness. So you have to be patient and be in a mindset where you're willing to wait. Just as in a relationship, be patient, learn, and grow. Now, understand, patience is not everlasting. So don't wait to show love. Don't wait to show consideration. Don't wait to implement the things of wisdom in your life, because there is a point in time where things that are waiting for that to be in your life will leave you. So have a great day.